Okay, our
It's a good
VS
club to be in.
Code. Hint, tip, and trick of the week. Emoji snippets. So who doesn't love emojis here?
Yeah, true. Emoji snippets help developers to insert emojis into their files. You can use these emojis in PHP, HTML, JavaScript, CSS, React, and more.
Now I'm gonna have to share my screen again for this because
Please do, because I got to be honest, I'm not quite sure why the emoji needs to be in your code, but maybe I'm wrong about that.
And remember, if you're using MySQL databases, make sure your collation type and your format of your tables is, I think it's going to be UTF-864 I forget, MB64 or whatever. Otherwise, whenever you try and save something, it'll blow up because we actually have people who post these like we used to have ForgeBox. If you posted an emoji in your ForgeBox description in your box.json, ForgeBox would freak out because the database couldn't handle it. So we updated the database and now it works. But there's certain sites, depending on the database, these can blow up. But there's a ton of them. That's a good
point. The emojis aren't actually in your code, but they may be in a comment that's in your code that needs to be. Okay, I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so I guess it could be. To be honest, some of the best passwords are just emojis.
That's a good point too.
Because no one's gonna hack that except for a machine. But yeah, so it's pretty neat. But I just thought it was pretty cool that you could have that many. And then once you've actually built the extension, you can just do :happy and then put it in there, or :fire, and then obviously there's settings for stuff. But there's just a ton of them. Emojipedia.com is where they get them from. So there's just a geometric ton of them. It's pretty neat. I don't know there was so many. I'm like, wow. Cool. Some of them don't even work on mine, but yeah, pretty neat.
So can you actually? So in this, I think can you actually put your own name for like aliases?
Well,
like
I think
something, and that would map over to like this other like smiley face one or something, or do you have to type in the actual is it a library when you type in the actual?
Well, I think you can configure it. So in the configuration, you can change it, I believe. Or maybe not. If not, there's another version, which maybe we'll try and find that for next week. So if anybody else uses emojis in VS Code, let us know what extensions you're using, because some people think the emoji is the most important thing in the world, and they want at least 5 extensions for it. But
well, there is a richness of communication that go along with it.
Yeah. So anyway, that's how VS Code hint, tip, and trick of the week. We just thought it'd be fun to share that one. And seriously, there are some people in our team at Autus that have to have an emoji in everything.
And I don't know how they find these. It's one of those things where there's a comment in Slack. Instantaneously, there's the most obscure emoji that's oh, that was a perfect representation. I wonder where that is. And I'm scrolling for 5 minutes and I'm like, this is not worth looking for this. Where did they find this?
It's probably a tool that allows you to search for them.
Yeah, that makes sense. There probably is.
They probably have an extension in Slack for that. But anyway.
Emoji smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That was our VS Code hint, tip, and trick of the week. Brought to you by Modernize or Die podcast, CFML News Edition, proudly sponsored by Autus Solutions. You can see the new episodes every week on cfmlnews.modernizeordie.io or on the Autus Solutions YouTube